Oh, my goodness. Put on notice. You're put on notice, you young man. Kind of sounds like when you were a kid that when you get in trouble, your parents want to put you in a corner. That's kind of like what the cops are doing to a lot of the outlaw motorcycle clubs over in Australia. I got the lovely China Doll joining in on the Biker News again. And the second half of the show, we will be talking about what, China Doll? What are we going to be talking about on the second half?
How you can tell whether or not your family really likes you.
I don't know. I'm a black sheep, so I don't know if they really like me. But let's get to the news. We're going to talk about some good stuff happening in the scene, especially with the Buffalo Soldiers. The Buffalo Soldiers, they are always helping out their community. Let's take a look right here. And this is out of the Farmville Herald. Motorcycle Club continues to help community. And as you'll see in the next couple stories, that is how motorcycle clubs really are. South Side Buffalo Soldiers Motorcycle Club continues to give back to its community. The local club established in 2014, and that's a local chapter, not the whole club itself. It was much earlier than that. Is part of the National Association of Buffalo Soldiers and Troopers Motorcycle Club. According to member Darian Sneed, the local motorcycle club has probably put over $100,000 in the community since its beginning. And China, now that is a lot of money just for one chapter so far.
Yeah, that is a lot of money. And I wish more people would talk and show their appreciation for what motorcycle clubs really do truly do.
Yeah, it's not no Jax Teller out there being a serial killer
No.
that represents motorcycle clubs, but that is a huge figure.
That is a
that
is a very large figure.
It is. The club has sponsored and supported projects with the Central High Museum, the local Special Olympics, along with the Raymond Sheldon Scholarship that has helped students in 4 local counties for over 8 years. And I know that Special Olympics, you really like that one. You've
I
talked about
volunteered
that
at
one.
it.
Yeah, you did volunteer at
Our
it.
daughter and I volunteered a couple years in a row, like 4 years in a row at the Special Olympics. Not too
And
far
there's
from
been
here.
clubs out at that one too.
Yes, there were. One of their biggest supporters is the Hells Angels MC. So they always appeared at all the events
At the Special Olympics stuff. And that Special Olympics, pretty cool to see those kids smile and stuff, especially with all of what they face in this world.
Yeah, since our daughter and I's forte for sport has been soccer, we would always be at the soccer area keeping score and stuff like that. And you should see the looks on these kids' faces when they get a goal.
Well,
it's the biggest thing. It's their biggest achievement, something that they did by themselves, and it's brings so much joy to you. Like, you actually get teared up because you see how happy they are.
Way to go, Buffalo Soldiers, on that one. Keep this question in mind for yourselves, but we'll ask China now. Remember where you were on 9/11 with this story coming up. We got out of the San Francisco Gay, Connecticut United Riders 22nd annual 9/11 tribute to bring Sea of Red, White, and Blue. Man, it's been 22 years already. On September 10th, fire departments from across Fairfield County will bring massive United States flags from their ladder trucks, flanked by hordes of cheering crowds, for a tradition that has spanned more than 2 decades, 20 years. Led by the same 1997 Harley-Davidson Fat Boy since 2001, hundreds of motorcycles will roar down 60 miles of road, passing through multiple cities and towns to honor first responders and those lost on 9/11. In its 22 year, the CT United Ride will also pay tribute to first responders who died in the line of duty. Bristol police officers Dustin DeMonte and Alex Hamzy and North Haven firefighter Matthias Wirtz. My goodness gracious. Do you remember where you were?
Yes, I do. I was at work.
I think a lot of us were at work when that went down.
Yeah, I worked at an ATM department for a bank, and I was on the second floor, and all of a sudden over the PA system, the one that was in charge of the whole building called everybody out to the hallways, and they played the sound of everything going on over the PA system. And you could see everybody looking around and tearing up. And my concern at that point was our daughter.
Yeah, everybody was freaking out.
I just wanted to leave and go get our daughter.
It was especially at eerie silence because we live by O'Hare Airport.
Mm-hmm.
There was no planes in the air.
No, all the airplanes were grounded. They were all grounded.
I heard it from none other than Mancow, and Freak was talking about it, and Turd. I was like, man, what a way to hear about this. Then I remember, because I lived across the street, all I had to do was walk out, go to the apartment, and that's where I seen the buildings come down. And I was like, holy cow. And, you know, later on in the show, we'll talk about how that actually brought everybody together. There was none of this political discourse like it is now. Everybody was together. You've seen American flags everywhere. But my God, what a day. Anyway, the event has attracted thousands of riders and spectators in the past, and Frederick T. Garrity Jr., the executive director of the ride, expects no different this year. There is no greater feeling than riding down the road and seeing red, white, and blue. That's something this country needs right now, is national pride, as far as you can see. And he's anticipating up to 3,000 riders and participants, as well as an estimated 20,000 spectators cheering along the route, though he acknowledged weather is a significant factor in the event's turnout. Now, this ride is set for Sunday, September 10th at 10:30. There will be a tribute ceremony, and afterwards, riders will depart from the Sherwood Island State Park in Westport. Anyway, here we go again right here out of the patch, and this guy again is Simsbury, Connecticut. Massive motorcycle car cruises to clog Simsbury roadways, and it's a fundraiser event for Connecticut. Hey, here we go again. Special Olympics. A lot of Special Olympic stuff is happening, and it's promising to deliver amazing visuals on the weekend roadways, courtesy of two massive cruises this weekend, one for cars and one for motorcycles. And this is going to happen on August 26th through the 27th, and it's called the Dream Ride Experience. I'm telling you what, I know you into the car shows.
Oh, I love looking at cars. They're nice. Ones that I could never have.
Yeah, none that we can ever have, man. You know what? If I was smart when I was younger, I would have kept half the cars I'd had. I'd be a millionaire right now.
Probably. Especially like even with your brother with his Mustang.
The 70 Boss and the GTOs, my parents. I was like, you know what? You stupid. You should have kept that sucker, just put a tarp over it or something. That's it.
My favorite car that my dad has, I can't remember the exact year, but it was the 70s, the year of the vehicle, and it was a Chevy Blue Nova.
Oh, a Blue Nova, when Novas were actually freaking a Nova, man.
Yeah.
Not that,
it was blue
monstrosity.
Blue with white interior.
Oh, my God. Charlie Brown had some soul, man.
No,
he had some soul.
And then he upgraded to a Cadillac.
You know what? I know when we go up north, you're kind of afraid of the moose and the bears and stuff like that. Well, there was a group of motorcyclists that were in Custer State Park, and they ran into some bison, the buffalo. Anyway, this out of Wander Wisdom, and it's by Kathleen Joyce. Motorcyclist terrified after getting trapped in a herd of buffalo. Yeah, they got trapped right in the middle of them suckers. To me, I would have been saying, hey, dude, keep on moving or you're a Buffalo Burger. Okay. You remember what they used to do to you in the Old West? They skin you and stuff like that. That's what's going to happen. Just remember to respect those who share the road with you and not just the ones in the vehicles on a Ride With Her Motorcycle Club. At Laura Reeves 15 experienced something terrifying but amazing when she and her friends became trapped amidst a passing herd of buffalo. And it goes on to say, you know, drama filled here. What a terrifying front row seat. The group of bikers were riding through Custer State Park in South Dakota when they encountered a herd of buffalo on the other side of the road. You imagine hitting one of them? Dude, it's over.
It's over.
That's like
whether you're in a car or whatever, it don't even matter. That's like hitting a brick wall.
Yeah, because that's about what they are, is a brick wall.
It ain't gonna move them.
That's when things started getting hairy for the bikers. The group was stuck on the opposite side of the road from the herd and wanted over. They decided we were the perfect spot to cross. The buffalo's impromptu road crossing left the bikers in quite a predicament. While none of the animals were exhibiting concerning behavior, one wrong move could have startled them, causing the animals to turn aggressively and potentially even provoking a stampede. The bikers were frozen with a mixture of awe and fear as the animals moved around them. It's probably, you know what, they puckered up. I can probably tell you that.
Well,
man.
their best thing to do at that point is shut your bikes off and just wait it out.
Just wait it out.
Stand there as quietly as you can because you don't want to disturb them, because you rev those engines on them bikes, you don't know what could happen.
Exactly. China Doll's going to move for a second right here for the next one. We have You're on Notice. Yes, you've been a bad boy. That's basically what the cops are saying. Out of the AAP Bikies. You know what Bikies are, man. That's what they call outlaw bikers over in Australia. They're kind of weird. After all, they do drive on the wrong side of the road. Bikies put on notice after police raids in Border Town. Bikies in Mildura have been put on notice as police move to disrupt illegal activities in the Victorian Border Town. Firearm parts, ammunition, and you know what? You guys gave up your right to your guns over there. Naughty, naughty, naughty. And you wonder why this happens. An ammunition press machine and illicit drugs have been seized in a week-long operation targeting members of the Rebels Outlaw Motorcycle Gang. There it is, man. They're throwing in that gang around big time. Local, state-based, and federal police conducted 15 firearms prohibition order searches and 9 search warrants that ended in 7 arrests and more than 27,000 of unpaid fines. The Mildura investigation and response manager, Inspector, kind of reminds me of like Inspector Gadget, David Rowe, said the arrests were a result of strong collaboration and intelligence gathering between local and special units targeting outlaw motorcycle gangs. And then here is his warning. If you're in Mildura and involved in organized crime, be warned. It's only a matter of time before we come knocking. Yes, better listen to Daddy over there. He's going to get pretty upset. But anyway, my goodness gracious. Don't you notice it's funny how these people talk so much crap, these cops? And next thing you know, they're the ones getting busted too.
I know. Every time I turn around, I'm able to find a news article that has to do with one cop getting busted for something.
I'm telling you, man. And you know what? Don't point fingers is what I say. We're going to go to the second half of the show again. What do we got coming up here? Are you a black sheep of your family?
I definitely am. So I guess we kind of are 2 peas in a pod.
There you go. Right
so
there.
So y'all need to come join us. Second half.
Don't forget, you have to have autoplay on it. We'll take you over to the Motorcycle Madhouse radio over on YouTube, or you can listen over on motorcyclemadhouse.com. We're going live, baby. We'll see you right after this. Join the Insane Throttle Members Only Club on YouTube or Spotify and receive exclusive content. Your membership in the Throttle Club helps keep the show going strong.
Is an in-depth look at the trials and tribulations of street gang and motorcycle club life. This isn't the run-of-the-mill book that doesn't give the goods. This book will go into detail of events that actually happened. All materials in this book have been approved by those involved. There is nothing poetic, nor is there any price worth paying for the life we choose to live on the streets. James Hollywood Machikari, Brotherhood and Betrayal.
Introducing the all-new service from Insane Throttle Motorcycle Madhouse Radio. 24/7 and nothing but the best in 80s till today rock and metal, baby. And here's an added bonus. You can now listen to Motorcycle Madhouse Morning Show with Hollywood and Chinatown live on the air. Go to motorcyclemadhouse.com and bookmark the radio station and get down with the king of biker radio.